First of all, stop sending me emails asking for money for the Harris Walls campaign. You spent $1.5 billion in a few months. I mean, did somebody steal it? I've never heard of anything like this. And you're in debt, like $20 million. Nearly $500 million on advertising. But it's these other things we're learning. Giving Oprah $1 million for the production company, 6 figures to build a podcast set for somebody. Where was that offer for the Chris Cuomo project, by the way? Now we're hearing the party can't pay people who work for them, that they didn't get paid for weeks. We had a truth teller on this show, Lindy Lee, member of the DNC Finance Committee. Listen to her.
We are going to keep losing if we don't have a financial accountability and some sort of very serious accounting of how exactly we spent $1 billion.
Millions were spent on celebrities, ice cream, private jets. $2.5 million was spent on Oprah.
A lot of senior staff were summarily fired. Or told that they wouldn't be receiving any pay last week. And now we see basically massive layoffs.
Never heard anything like it. Joining me now is a man I trust and give to you as a gift, John Morgan, mega donor, the pioneer of legal representation in this country. Just look up his law firm. The name is Morgan, and he has raised a lot of money for Democrats. Happy Thanksgiving, big brother. Thank you very much for coming on this show and helping my audience.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
So, John, I never heard anything like this before. Do you think somebody stole the money?
Well, maybe legally. I mean, look, to me, you remember the movie Mad Max when everybody's just doing whatever they wanted, the end of the world? That's what happened here. All of a sudden, everybody's got the keys to the candy store. Ad buyers, talent, consultants. There's 100 days to do it. And the money started pouring in. Remember this, Chris. It wasn't pouring in for Harris. It was pouring in against Trump. Everybody that was voting and supporting Harris was really voting against Trump. And everybody that was voting for Trump was voting for Trump. So she had all this money coming in. She had all these consultants. And if you don't run the ads, you don't get paid for the buy. They were running ads in Florida, where I live, nonstop. And I'm like, why? I mean, are they running them in Alabama and Idaho too? And I'll tell you why. If you don't run the ads, the buyer doesn't get paid. A $900,000 to put her face on the Sphere in Las Vegas. In the Sphere, the ego, the crazy, the commissions. I was at the White House for a dinner Friday night, talking to a lot of people. And I'm telling you, man, there's a lot of whispering. There's a lot of names about who got paid this and who got paid that. And a lot of people got rich on the back of donors trying to stop Trump. And I think this disqualifies her forever. If you can't run a campaign, you can't run America. And that would be the argument just day one. So it was terrible. I think she did a good job in the debate. I think she did as good a job as she could hope for in a short period of time. I told everybody, she should not have been the nominee. She was not going to win, and she didn't win, and she lost badly. So she's got to go figure out her life. She's in Hawaii. Tim Walz was at the dinner. She was in Hawaii. So she's having a call with donors this week. They tell me about her political future. I don't think she has a political future. So that's my thought on her.
How bad is this for the party going forward?
It's terrible because when you don't trust, it's like Andrew Gillum down here in Florida. He lost by just a little bit. Mm-hmm. But the money was, to DeSantis, just a little bit. But the money was so squandered and kept that, and he was going to take all that money he kept and rebuild the party. The Republicans got 1 million more voters now. What happened in Florida is with Gillum is going to the same thing is going to follow Harris for the rest of her career. She cannot be trusted with the money. And the
the one
party
thing
and the donors are going to be like, where is this money going? Look, the week of the election, a former ambassador called me and said, I'm having a fundraiser, this like 2 days before the election. I said, how can you spend the money? Well, we need it for GOTV. I said, no. I stopped giving once Biden was out. As you know, Chris, I said, that's it. I'm a Biden guy. I wasn't Harris.
Do you think, how do you think Biden feels about the result?
I think he did not want to go. He did not go gently. I said this early on. He did not want to go gently. He nominated her basically. Obama did not want her. Obama did not endorse her for 5 days. Pelosi did not want her. Pelosi told her California delegation, there'll be a conference, there'll be a caucus, there'll be a convention. We basically ran on this deal where democracy, and then we didn't have democracy in picking our nominee.
But why did Biden pick her?
I think it was to say F you to Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama and every representative that was pushing him out. And if he hadn't gotten out that Sunday, it was going to be an avalanche the next week. Look, Adam Schiff had already spoken. Zoe Lofgren had already spoken. It was just a matter of Monday. And I think he was pissed.
So Obama supposedly was very strong for Harris as his running mate, but did not want her to get this nomination.
Well, the guy who was strong for a running mate was Klain. I was very much against it with Chris Dodd. Chris Dodd wanted Karen Bass. I wanted Val Demings. Biden said, I'm going to pick a black female. So that was the box to pick from. And Val Demings was my choice. She's from here. Dodd and here's why I said she was no good. She didn't win it. She was terrible in the primaries. She got 8%.
She didn't even make it to Iowa.
She got 8% of count. She was terrible. We already saw what she looked like on the national stage. Look, she's got to be talented to have done what she did in California. I'll give her that. But she was not ready for prime time. And then they rolled her out in prime time and she got destroyed. And then here's what I believe. I believe Walz is a nice guy. He's but I believe she should have picked Shapiro, but I don't believe she did because some people are intimidated by strong number twos. Shapiro would have been a strong number two. The reason companies go bad, A's hire B's, then B's hire C's. Why do they hire B's? So they don't threaten them. So she picks Walz, and he loses his own district in Minnesota. The whole campaign was terrible. It was run poorly. I don't know if anyone could have won at that point in time, quite frankly, but I would like the idea of Gretchen Whitmer and Shapiro as a ticket just to see what would have happened in that blue wall.
John Morgan, I love you. Thank you for the inside scoop. I'm thankful for you in my life. It's great to have you as a new friend. I'll be talking to you soon.
Come to Florida and fish with my son. He's got a big boat, and he wants to show you how to fish.
Done. I need to learn. I will call you. I'll be down there in a couple weeks. Take care. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.